suddenly came to my mind this question right now, as you told, it's very important to have that companionship. So anything on that, like I'm seeing so many people are struggling with their relationships, struggling with their like family life, like they are not easily. And I see that you talk a lot about emotional intelligence. So first, I want to know how these emotions, because I came from that yogic background. So in yoga, we have like chitta prasadnam, like bhavas, like maitri, karuna, mudita, upeksha, sukh, dukh, punya. So in the same way, you talk something about emotional intelligence. So can you guide us like how this can be used in that marriage and all and other aspects of a life also?
Yeah, I think you're right to bring in the spiritual element, but let us talk at the practical level for now, and then we move on later to spirituality also. I think relationships have to be based on understanding. So emotional intelligence helps us to understand our own emotions as well as the types of mindsets of others. So an emotional intelligence, example of emotional intelligence is that I am scolding somebody because I'm a leader. I have to tell this person, you were wrong. You should not have done it. And if I don't scold at times, then it's I need to put that person in the right place and tell that person that you should not have done it this way, you should have done it this way, or you were late, or whatever it was. Now, emotional intelligence indicates that I should not scold that person in front of his junior or somebody else. So my emotional intelligence will tell me that I should call him separately and tell him you should not have. He doesn't mind. But if I scold him in front of 10 people or his juniors or somebody else who is present, some customer or some client or some other visitor has come, and I'm the head of the bank and I'm firing my junior in front of them, it doesn't work. So my emotional intelligence tells me to balance my emotions, to control my emotions, to speak as and when required in whatever manner and whatever, in presence of whom. This is the emotional intelligence I talk about. So Daniel Goleman gives about 7 types of facets of emotional intelligence. He's the founder of the concept of emotional intelligence, including self-analysis, awareness of others, empathy, etc. But the thing is that anybody, जैसे हम बोलते हैं कि समझदार, sensible. So a sensible person will not unnecessarily say something or do something which is not required to be done. That is emotional intelligence. So समझदारी जो है वो emotional intelligence है एक तरह से, and I think it's a very practical thing. But definitely, if we go deeper within and we are spiritual, our emotional intelligence will improve along with many other things.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. And what I'm able to connect, this is same is what emotions of like lower emotions can be transformed. That yoga talks about bhakti yoga, how they can be transformed into higher emotions. So, yes, as you well said, like how these emotions can be used to save our relationships, or they not even benefit others also, and हमें भी मदद करते हैं और सामने वाले को भी मदद करते हैं. Yes, आजकल मैं देखता हूँ सर लोगों के egos, जैसे आपकी लाइफ में मैं देखता हूँ कि you are a good changer of your roles. You change your mask whenever, wherever it is required, whatever. But now these people are like too much rigid with their personality. So how to use your emotional intelligence that way, like to change the roles? We play a lot of roles in our life.
I think it's a great point that you're making. You see, when you life happens to you, and if we are stuck in something where we are not comfortable, we need emotional intelligence and we need understanding to change our position, our job, maybe our place of stay, maybe even our the spiritual reading that I have done, even a marriage which is not working, where you have tried your best. First you try your best, that should work. And today anyway the number of divorces or separations are too many. But when you are in a bad situation in a marriage and you have tried your best, both of you, to make it work, it doesn't work, then you have to change and move on, because next 10 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, whatever it is, your life becomes hell. It's better to move on for both parties. However, at the drop of a hat, or just like that, somebody said something and divorce ho gaya, that is not the way to live. So understanding and patience has to be. If you look at careers, changing careers is necessary now today, because as I said, we are changing all the time. So when I was a youngster, I used to love cricket, and even now I love cricket, but I know I can't be a test cricketer now.
Yes.
I was a civil servant. That was my career. I was in it because the family needed stability after my father passed away. It was a challenging career. I was interested. I was there for 24 years, and it was good for me. Then came my motivational speaking, which is also a very challenging career, and I evolved into that. So how people can change their careers or their locations or even their friendships is by seeing the bigger picture. If I'm stuck in one mode of thinking, why is this person bad to me? Why is this job bad for me? Why is my situation like this? So I am in the well and I'm stuck. So I need to raise the level of my consciousness. Now this is something spiritual also. You raise the level of your perspective, your consciousness, your thinking, and then you see that in the bigger picture, certain things don't really matter. So if somebody is being harsh to me, I ignore that person. If the job is not comfortable, I ignore certain things and I get on okay. If everything is still difficult, I change my plan and I move ahead according to my capabilities. Sometimes I take a bit of risk also. In entrepreneurship, people take risk. If you resign from the IAS, you are taking a risk.
Absolutely.
That is how life is. That is how life is. So
Absolutely.
you have to move on with emotional intelligence and take that risk.
Yes, but it's not easy somewhere to do that way, sir. Yes, it's somewhere we see not easy to do that way. Yeah. Hope you like this session and this beautiful podcast. Any last words you would like to convey to the audience, and any advice you have for me? And I hope you have enjoyed this session.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a great session. Good questions and fantastic conversation. I think basically cheerfulness is the mantra. We should be cheerful people. We should not be, जैसे मैं talks में भी बोलता हूँ, youngsters हंसते हैं, रोंदू type नहीं बनने की जरूरत है, दुखी आत्मा नहीं बनने की. Stay cheerful, positive, and spread that vibe. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot, sir, joining today. And you can check out this podcast on this our YouTube channel and also on the Spotify. Thanks a lot for joining, giving your time. Thanks.
Podcast A Way to Bliss is hosted by Ashish, who has a deep desire to connect with people, to converse with people on their journey of yoga in search of bliss and their life transforming stories which can heal your body, mind and soul. If you find these conversations insightful, please share with your close ones to heal their mind.